Welcome to Japan time.
What?
We got lots of stuff for you. There's
No.
a brand new Pokemon and Bowser with big boobs.
No.
We can't
Yeah.
wait to hang out and talk about cool stuff on today's episode. Cause it's me, Rogers Base, and who is here with me on this Dragalia episode?
Stop it.
We have Shofu, we have Zeph and Mike and Silent Doom, and Tino is the guest, and Coast is nowhere to be seen, and War Champ is gone, so it's gonna be a good show. What's going on, everybody? Rogers
Base. Crazy.
Season 3, episode 22. We love you, War Champ. I'm just kidding. You're not Alpha Red. We have a lot of stuff to discuss this week, like I said. Bowsette, Dragalia, Meltan, lots of rumors. And where should we start? This is a very spicy beginning to the episode.
My boy Rogers Base got bars.
Omar's in the chat saying, never ever do that again.
My boy Roger got bars. I told y'all.
Woo! All right. So, what do you guys want to start with? There really is a lot of news.
Let's start with the Pokemon.
Anything-
Let's start with the Pokemon or something.
Yeah, can we start with Pokemon, please?
Yeah, so let's start with Pokemon. So actually, Shofu, I want you to take over this bit because maybe not oddly enough, but I've been enjoying what I played of Pokemon Let's Go.
Okay.
And you do not seem like you're going to enjoy this game. And a lot of the stuff that you've posted just on your YouTube channel has been very negative for reasons that I don't necessarily agree with.
YouTube channel.
But I want to hear your thoughts both on the new Pokemon
what
and on the
don't
new
you-
trailer.
What don't you agree with that I said? What the fuck was that? Hello?
I have a soundboard.
That was
so press it-
loud, though.
I pressed the
What is
button
good
by
with you,
accident.
bro? That shit was loud as hell.
What is going on? Are you okay?
That was Young
my
Dad getting
God.
angry at Cuphead.
That shit was so loud.
What, did you
I
call
was cleaning my
somebody?
keyboard and I forgot that the hotkey was page down. I'm sorry.
See, the energy is good. This is what we normally.
That was a mistake.
Last
That was
week,
Young
everything
Daddy
was
Dove. He's an idiot.
quiet and dead. And this week, people are excited because there's a lot of stuff to discuss.
Okay.
But yeah, Shofu.
What have I said that you don't agree with? Just so I can.
I think, So I think the main thing is I've gone into Let's Go sort of knowing that it's not like the next mainline game in terms of, like the next big competitive game. I'm looking at this as a fun HD remake of the game that I grew up with. And for that, it looks really good to me. And I went to an event on, when was that? Friday or Saturday? The one that was in Santa Monica.
You actually went to that? I was gonna go, but I was like, do I
Yeah,
really
it was
want to
super
go?
fun. They were giving away like beanies of Pikachu and Eevee, and they had the game playable there. You would go in these trucks, you could take pictures with them, and it was really cool. It was the same Viridian Forest demo from E3, but they changed up a lot of things. They added a combo feature to like if you catch one Pokemon and then you immediately catch another Pokemon, you get like bonus experience.
Oh, okay.
That's true.
Like a streak
Okay.
bonus.
Like a streak, exactly, like a streak, yeah. And they adjusted some of the Pokemon that were in the forest, but I mean, visually, I think it looks really good. And admittedly, some of the moves names are kind of weird. Like the Kamikaze Death Fall is called Floaty Fall, and then like the Splissy Splash or whatever. the other ones are.
I don't understand
Sizzly
why they-
slide in your girl DMs had that
Okay,
pussy
slide,
splishy
that's
splashing.
right.
I don't know why they went with those names when like the Z move names were hardcore.
Yeah, it was like Darkest Lariat and all these other crazy things in Sun and
Man
Moon.
names
so-
for that shit is even harder to pause, to be real.
World End Fool.
World End Fall is the ooh.
But yeah, I mean, I've liked
Well,
what
you
I've
didn't really
played.
say anything I disagree with just now.
Oh.
I don't know what did I say that you disagree with?
Well, the thing that stood out to me was the ability thing. Like, because to me, I don't care. It's like the original Pokemon games didn't have abilities, so I don't really see like why we need them in this remake.
I didn't say abilities missing was bad though.
No, you said you were down for it because it would change.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like
what
I feel like it'll be
The
fun for a
portal.
little while, yeah,
For a mainline
without
game.
abilities.
But for Let's Go itself, you were like, oh, why are they wasting that on this? I could have sworn you tweeted that. I'm trying to remember
If it
what
was
the
about
exact thing
what I
was.
said about abilities was that I'm pretty open minded about the game. I just with some of the stuff I've seen has definitely been
Yeah.
dog shit.
Your criticisms are all valid, pretty much.
Yeah, I think where you're coming from is also completely understandable because they could do a lot more, right? The little few things they've showed, it's been like, oh, we're bringing back Mega Evolution. Oh,
Nothing
there's
they have
one new
shown,
Pokemon
not a
involved.
single thing they've shown aside from Meltan has been something that would excite the average Pokemon player, because we've all seen
Yeah.
every single thing in that game before, basically.
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
used the Pokemon Plus thing or whatever it's called?
No. Oh, you talking about the Pokeball?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. I haven't played
It's
the game at all.
genuinely fun and makes the game really enjoyable, and it feels super unique because it fits right in the palm of your hand, and you move around with the actual button on the Pokeball. It's like a control stick, and then you just toss the Pokeball to catch Pokemon. But you don't really need to do like a full toss. It's not like the Wii where you're chucking it at your TV. You just do like a little gesture, and then depending on like how hard or how soft the throw is, I guess pause on that. You can catch Pokemon, and it feels really nice.
Almost reluctant pause.
Yeah, it feels really nice though. Like it genuinely feels like a fun, casual Pokemon experience. NZ Pearson is saying,
I mean, that's fine. I'm not even
promise
saying.
I'm not chilling. I've said garbage things about Nintendo games before. Star Fox Zero is trash. The Mario and Luigi franchise is garbage. There's a lot of stuff that I don't like, and I'm telling you, I like what I've played of Let's Go. Me, I'm somebody who I played Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and I think we talked about this on even season 2. And I know I had this discussion with Zeph.
You said you preferred.
I vehemently hated that game because it overcomplicated everything. It took all these weird things like the Ultra Beasts and the wormholes and just this garbage time warp nonsense that doesn't need to be in Pokemon. They just made it overly complicated and dumb.
Yeah.
And it was just for the sake of being oh, look how hardcore we are. Whereas now it's just fun. It is simplified, but you know what you're getting when you're going into it. And the new content that was there in Sun and Moon beyond an Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I should say, beyond the ending a little bit with Team Rocket, which I know Coasts agree with me. It's too bad he's not here, but that's just literally a nostalgia grab. There's nothing else to that.
Yep.
And you could make the argument that Let's Go is also a nostalgia grab, but they're not hiding that with Let's Go. They tried to make it seem like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is this all new game, and then there's a nostalgia grab at the end. Whereas this is a nostalgia grab, but they're completely embracing
we all know what Let's Go is.
Exactly.
I'm not excusing it for not trying to take any risks or anything, but it's a filler game that they are using to pad out time because Pokemon's coming late next year. They're gonna get a free couple million sales off this because it's Pokemon. It's gonna get some new players. People are gonna say, "Hey, fuck this game, man. I hope this game sucks. I hope it fails. Buy it anyway." That's it. It's just gonna be a Pokemon Yellow in 3D.
I also think it's a way for them to possibly test test features, and in the engine.
Yeah, and
because I'm assuming the engine for this game will be similar to the engine they make.
I'm pretty sure the whole Pokemon following you thing and going into bushes is a test for the next game.
Does the Pokeball thing feel better than it did at E3? Because when I used it at E3, sometimes when I threw it, it would veer off into the sunset, and then sometimes it would work, and sometimes it would just fly
into the sunset.
Yeah, man.
But don't you hope though that all these features that are in Let's Go, I hope they carry them over for the next mainline game. I want the Pokemon following you. That should not be some option for Let's Go. That's something that should be in every game moving forward.
I think only a few will do that because it's how are they can't scale some Pokemon. I can't walk around with Groudon. So I could see it being for starters and other popular Pokemon.
Yeah, I think Pokemon up to a certain size.
Yeah, because if they're gonna do Sun and Moon style where everyone is not chibi and the battles are Let's Go where everything is to scale, I can't see trainers walking around with Wailords and shit.
That'd be funny.
I'm trying to walk.
It would take up the whole map.
Anyways, I was gonna say I'm not.
Wait,
really...
aren't Alolan forms in Let's Go?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you already got Alolan Executor in that.
Yeah, but he's tall.
They've shown that off.
How did they even justify putting Alolan forms in that game though?
Pokemon Go.
They're
Pokemon Go.
They don't even live there.
But they're in Pokemon Go, so.
I think it's just you can only get them if you
that
transfer
makes
them from
sense
Go.
because It's Alolan forms of Kanto Pokemon, and it's basically replacing the Safari Zone, right? So to me, it's if there was a Safari Zone, you're gonna have Pokemon from places outside of Kanto in it. You know, that would make sense at least, right? You would have Pokemon from other regions in it, and so the Alolan thing kind of makes sense. I know it's called Go Park or whatever, but it's supposed to be the replacement for the Safari Zone. Go Safari, thank you.
Wait. So, is there a safari zone then? Like a regular one where I can get Chansey and Tauros?
And that,
I don't know.
because I'm pretty sure that's how they lock out people from like just immediately putting all your Pokemon Go Pokemon in Let's Go. Because they're not just gonna let you like transfer in all your high CP stuff right away. And that's like a reasonable place to do it in the game in Fuchsia City. But I don't know. Maybe that hasn't been confirmed. I thought that was confirmed though.
My boy Young Dunk has some clarification for us.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
So in the extended gameplay, which they didn't let us show this, so it couldn't be uploaded or anything, because they vested all the footage. But in the extended gameplay, you run into trainers who are visiting from Alola, and that's how they justify Alola moms being in Kanto, because trainers have brought them over.
That makes way more sense.
So it's just like the tourist trainer class from Sun and Moon.
So
that had
ain't a single other person from any other region visiting Kanto at that time. Yeah, right.
Nah, man, it's because Alola and Kanto are right near each other, right? That was the whole.
So my boys from Johto can't
It's just their justification. It's just their justification, isn't it? Like, it doesn't.
I mean, at least it's something. At least it's something. If it was nothing and they were just there, like I don't know how I'd feel about that. But if it's something like that, I can at least live with it a little bit.
Yeah, so it's like trainers brought them over, and then they bred, and then they were released. Because this game is set like this game's set like 20, 30 years after Red and Blue. It's set at the same time as Sun and Moon is happening. So it's set after like all of the
it's not
and stuff.
Professor Oak still look the same. That's impressive.
Yeah, and Misty and Brock and all the other.
Yeah, they're I don't know. Like it's Pokemon,
age.
right? So they can justify it however they want. But this game is set simultaneously to Sun and Moon, and I'm 99% sure that Lily is going to show up in it at the end.
Yeah, based on what you said, Duncan. I'm assuming that maybe they're just going to go with like the parallel universe thing that they did in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon and Oris.
Yeah.
It's like, oh well, this is a different version of the Kanto story.
Yeah, but that's why you're not red, and that's why your rival isn't green and all that.
Did they confirm that 30-year thing? I never heard about that.
No, it's not 30 years. It's like 10 years, isn't it? Because Red and Blue are like 25, 30 years old. So
Right,
like
I just thought it would have been in a different
Yeah, and Red and
timeline
Blue, I
or
guess,
universe
are
or
older
whatever.
in Sun and Moon. But I'm forgetting a lot of stuff that they announced, like when this first got announced. But wasn't it said that like Red and Blue are also in this, but that they like play a different role than they did?
No, that was a leak.
Exactly.
That
The leak said they play a different role. But if Red and Blue aren't in this, I will on live stream. I will shave my beard and I will dye a white streak into my hair because I am that sure. Like
It's not that serious.
I am that
It's
sure
not
they're going
that
to be in the
serious.
game. They're going to be in the game in some way.
Got it.
But I was saying,
Well,
it's not like I hate Pokemon Let's Go. I just think it's severely dumbed down for no reason. Like, what's the?
I think it's just playing it too safe. If you're gonna remake
It
a
ain't even about
game,
safe, man. It's just like what is the actual purpose for them to dumb it down to this degree? Like when no other
There
game
isn't
is
one.
like that.
This
there's no
this
reason.
game is literally for like Babby's first Pokemon, right? They're trying to capture a new audience
Right.
while giving other people a nostalgia trip.
But the thing
Like,
the thing I don't like about that is that they literally said on the website that it's for veterans as well. They said it'll keep veterans on their toes, but it's also to introduce new players. So like they should.
I just don't understand how they're gonna introduce new players.
Keeping veterans on their toes. But I do think it is for veterans, right? Because again, we grew up.
It's for nostalgia.
So to see
No,
this-
I get. Yeah, no, I get it. It's because
I don't mean
we're all grown men now, and
competitively for veterans, but I
Yeah.
mean for veterans of the series that like grew up with all of this stuff and know all of these characters and all these locations by heart. That to
Yeah.
see them all in HD for the first time is like a big deal and a fun experience.
No.
I think
But
they're
it
using veteran in the sense.
it specifically said challenging enough to keep veterans on their toes.
Okay.
Well, I'm not.
I don't know about
I'm
that.
not
wait.
That's
double
not
kick on my damn starters.
Wait. Are they gonna? Do you guys think they're gonna keep that ridiculous level jump from yellow? Because that's the way that they could keep veterans on their toes, I guess. Going from like
How am I gonna be
level
kept on my toes
39
when I get a Mew for
Nah,
free if
nah.
I buy a fucking
Zev, have you
Pokeball?
seen how much XP you get for catching a Pokemon?
No, how much is it? Like
I
get a
got
lot.
Charmander from level 5 to level 16, and then they pulled the console out because we weren't allowed to watch stuff evolve.
oh,
But I got him
You
from
think
level
that
5
was
to
a good demo,
16
though?
in maybe 20 catches.
Doesn't
No,
your
to
whole
answer
doesn't
the
your whole
question, Mike,
team
I
get
don't think
experience
that
when you
is
catch stuff
demo.
too?
It's
Your
limited.
whole
Yeah,
team
they
gets
do.
experience, and
Yeah.
it's like if you get a curveball, not a curveball, sorry, an excellent ball. You know, like you throw an excellent ball with a berry, you get like 80 XP in Viridian Forest from one catch
And
which
that
is
goes along with
nuts.
what I was talking about earlier too.
to
where
every mon on your
if you
team.
streak of catches, that also gives you a bonus for your
Yeah,
experience.
and the bonus for the streak is massive. It's a multiplier, and it goes
huge.
up to like ×3
Yeah.
or something. It's
Yeah, it's
crazy.
Yeah. Okay, that's a little worrying then, yeah. But whatever, I guess.
Are you sure that might not?
I'm still
just
gonna
be-
play it at the end of the day. I just think it's ridiculously stupid.
I mean,
it's way too dumb.
it might just be for the demo, but I don't know because
They're not going to have different. When have Pokemon ever made a separate build with different XP rates and stuff like that for a demo?
Right.
Like ever.
But the other thing too is like there are no wild Pokemon battles in this, so this is your way of getting experience instead
they
of
You
want
get
you to
so
complete
much
the
more than
Pokédex.
you get from any wild battle, though. It's so much more, and it's to
Yeah,
your
it is
whole
a lot
team.
more. It is a lot more.
Why does your whole team get experience for catching a Pokemon? What?
Because they were all
You know what's
there.
going to be?
They were all
You know what's going to be
present.
next to impossible, though? You know what will be a challenge for veterans? Nuzlocking this game. You get no XP from trainer battles. Like, none. It's crazy.
I don't even think you can Nuzlocke it, can you? Because the Pokemon are just hanging out.
How's it
in the
gonna be?
overworld.
How's it gonna be hard
don't
when I can
catch-
use 2 Joy-Cons and 2 Pokemon at the same time?
That's gonna be hard.
Okay,
Okay,
that's-
Pikachu learns double kick.
But that's just another thing that's trash. Like, why is that even a thing? Where's the challenge in 2v1 battles? Why am I even doing that?
It's for the kids.
You know that it's
That's
not
not
even the other person. This is a
justification.
different team. The other person just uses your team as well.
I know, but you can still send out 2
Right.
Pokemon at once.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's like it's mental.
Yeah,
I
well,
think
I don't.
that'd be
That's
legitimate.
fine, I think, because it's not a thing you have to do.
Especially
Yeah,
if you're
it's
like a
like-
veteran
I mean,
player
yeah,
and you want to
that's
have
true.
like just a fun series revisiting all this stuff. It'd be cool.
You can definitely impose rules on yourself to make it a challenge, but
Yeah.
Pokemon saying that they have made it a challenge for veterans is just not true.
Yeah, that doesn't seem.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like a firm believer that Pokemon can't be truly difficult unless they do bullshit stuff like 20 level jumps or Ultra Necrozma with all its stats boosted.
Yeah,
I
Ultra
just don't
Necrozma
think
was
Pokemon
like.
can be
Put
hard.
him down.
Yeah, I mean, have you played some of these hacks, like the Blaze Black hack, where the AI knows what you're clicking and like always.
Yeah,
makes the-
that's
Nice
when
and
it
BS.
gets. That's when it gets stupid.
that
I mean,
stuff's
like,
crazy.
fair
Where
difficulty.
they give the ground gym a sand sweeper team.
Yeah.
I mean, Pokemon doesn't need to be hard. It's one of those franchises that's designed to be accessible for a broad audience. It just
Yeah.
needs
Yeah,
to
that one
not
doesn't
feel
need
like
to be
it's
hard.
insulting its players.
Yeah,
I think
that's-
Ultra Sun and Moon was fine in terms of difficulty. Like I think that's almost the best that it's been.
Yeah,
But-
I wish there were
I will agree
difficulty
with that.
settings.
That's one thing I
on
like
these
in
games.
Sun Ultra Moon. I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
Just give us difficulty settings. Let
Yep,
us
that's
choose
all.
our difficulty.
I'm expecting Pokemon Gen 8 to be a step up in that regard, giving us options and stuff. I won't say that we're gonna get a I've played Pokemon before button or anything, but I think we'll at least get maybe a hard mode.
But then don't you think
Yeah.
like that might be another benefit of having Let's Go? Is that if this sub-series becomes their accessible one, and then the other one is for veteran players, but it's still accessible to, the younger players
Yeah,
that still
yeah,
already
yeah.
play Pokemon. I think that might be a great way to sort of like get both of those audiences and introduce like the younger players to the areas they were never in before because they were too young, but then also give older players a challenge.
Yeah, I mean, there are ways they could have done it. They chose not to. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. Look, my theory on this game is that they weren't even planning on making this. I think they were working on Gen 8. They had a bunch of assets done, and they were like, we could throw together
Yeah.
a remake of Yellow because
That's
we
what I've
have
been
the
saying.
assets and we can build it. Like, so I'm just
I'm
taking it as a
sure-
bonus game.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah,
I'm sure
exactly.
Game Freak could build Kanto in their sleep at this point.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could do it too.
So I think they had the assets. I think Gen 8's going to look identical to Let's Go. I think the characters are going to look almost identical, like the same model.
I mean,
same-
visually, Let's Go looks great in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Like, if
Pokemon
it looks
look
like
great.
that, awesome.
They were retextured in Go, so like they actually look really good. The colors are vibrant again, not washed out. The problem is the animations are ass.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
so
like
something-
yeah, but that's why I think
Still
it's,
like
John's
Gen 7
just-
stuff.
Yeah.
that's why I think it's thrown together. I think that they're not done with the animations yet. Gen 8 will get proper animations.
Yeah. The problem was never the models to me. It was just that, like, animations. You see Typhlosion's idol thing? It's so bad.
Typhlosion.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to see them go back to the similar style of like the Colosseum games, the Colosseum and XD style animation when a Pokemon
Alright,
gets
yeah, but
hit
give us-
and they get sent back.
Yeah, like in Battle Revolution 2, where the Pokemon would run up to each other to hit
Man,
each
I
other.
just remember, I still remember watching that initial trailer for Battle Revolution and seeing like the Groudon hyper beam the Werelord into the wall and it ripped up the background. And I was like,
Yeah, then they
"Ah,
cut
I
that
wish the
feature."
game actually was like that.
Yeah.
That looks so sick. One day, maybe. One day. But while we're still on the topic of Pokemon, the next thing I do
on
on
Meltan.
Yeah.
Well, that's exact. Let me segue, Shofu. Let me do my job. I got one job on the show. Let me do my goddamn job. All right, Meltan. Meltan. All right, we got a new Steel type Pokemon, and what do you guys think? of it?
Pokemon's fucking trash. What the fuck even is that thing?
Shout outs to all the people that thought it was a
I
fucking
mean-
placeholder for no reason.
Yeah, I don't know
Okay,
what that was.
I don't understand anybody who had that attitude. Why would they make a whole
Yeah.
new model for a placeholder?
A whole new model,
Animations
animations, a
and
cry, a placeholder with a cry. Come on, bro.
So what is the consensus on the reveal of Meltan? Because
I'm
I
indifferent.
still don't necessarily
Yeah,
believe
same.
that how they wanted to do it.
No way. There's no way they wanted to do that way.
Well,
No, there's
well,
no
they-
way that Pokemon wanted Niantic to reveal their new mon. There's
Yeah.
just no way.
Right.
The way that it happened too, it, like if you caught it, it replaced Kecleon and Chikorita in the Pokedex, so it was a glitch.
Yeah.
Because the way they were playing it off, like, oh, this was meant to happen. Like, it's
Yeah.
teasing something else. Maybe it was supposed to tease something else after Chikorita Day was done. But I think all that early stuff that happened where it was hacking in the different numbers and it was just showing up randomly on the map and replacing everything, that was definitely not Pokemon Company's intention.
Its design is just too simple for me to think anything about it.
See, the thing I hate about the new legendaries is so many of them now rely on like forms. Or you have to catch 100 of this thing, and then you get this ultimate form of it. Like if you look at Zygarde, right? There was that little baby cell version of it.
Yeah.
And then you had to collect all the cells, and then it became ultimate giant mecha Zygarde or whatever the thing's called. Or awakened form.
Okay, but that's a transformation ability. I think that like that. I think forms via abilities are fine. I think
This thing,
like getting hit down to 50% and then you transform would be quite cool for mons. That's like Zen mode,
Yeah,
but good.
I don't even think this
got,
thing will
like-
have a form though, because it's a
We got
mythical
so many of
Pokemon.
these cute things
Yeah, I think
that-
it'll
Yeah,
evolve.
that's the weird
I think
thing.
it evolves.
We got, like,
I don't even think it'll
It's gonna be
evolve.
a
'Cause-
mythical that
like-
evolves.
No, like
think it-
I don't think it'll evolve because look at Mew and Marshadow and all the other mythicals. They're little, small, cute things.
But don't you think it'll be? I think it'll be more like Hoopa or Shaman.
I could see it having an ability that transforms it, but I don't think it'll like permanently evolve.
Yeah, I think with the body being similar to Ditto, it might have like a shape-shifting thing where it like changes form depending on what move you use or something, like
Yeah.
as an ability.
The closest
like
thing you have to an evolution is Manaphy and Fiona, but even then, Fiona doesn't evolve into Manaphy. You
Yeah.
just-
And Fiona isn't even like a legend. It's just a regular Pokemon.
The whole
Pretty
point
much.
of Go though is right, like to catch as many Pokemon as you can and do all that stuff. So to me, it seems like because they even showed off in the trailer with Meltan being in Let's Go, they showed off like, oh, you have a bunch of things in your Go Park, and then you unlock some new ability or something. So I'm guessing that like you catch 100 of them or something. I think it's going to be something similar to Zygarde.
No,
I think it's gonna be something similar.
because they said that Meltan is a mon that you're going to transfer from Pokemon Let's Go to Pokemon Go, not the other way out.
That's my
No.
point, right? Is that you'll catch like a bunch of them, transfer them into your Go Park, and then when they're all together, they become like this ultra powerful form or whatever.
I'm assuming
Then it goes
Meltan.
to,
I'm assuming Meltan is that the special Pokemon that was mentioned in like the first trailer.
Yeah,
of,
yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
Go.
That's
So
absolutely.
wait, you
said
can't
what?
catch one and let's go.
I think
I
no.
think
I
we'll
think
be
you
given
catch
it.
them in Let's Go and you transfer them to Go. I think that's
Oh,
what they were
okay.
saying. 'Cause they were
Yeah.
saying there'd be a special Pokemon that you can transfer from Let's Go to Go, and that's what Meltan is.
People are bringing up the evolution stuff with Cosmog, but Cosmog isn't a mythical; it's a legend.
Yeah, it's just a regular legendary.
Yeah, and Sun and Moon was weird with evolving legendary and Ultra Beast type stuff. So
Yeah, that was like the first for a lot.
Yeah.
Sun and Moon did the first.
Are Ultra Beast legendaries? Question. Where's Joe Merrick?
No.
No, I think those are just regular Pokemon.
yeah, I think
Joe says that they are. So
Aren't they? No, when you catch them, I think.
You can catch
Aren't
multiple.
they?
They're not legendary.
No. Like when you catch them, Pokemon are given like an ID or a number, and I think they aren't labeled as legendary. I'm gonna check while you guys talk.
Go ahead.
I believe you're right.
But yeah, I mean,
I think it's really cute. The Meltan, I think it's cute. I like it. Like just aesthetically, like I don't think every legendary or mythical like Zeph was saying has to be like a giant, like big ass.
I think that as well, but I don't even think I can like justify why.
According to Joe, Ultra Beasts are tagged in the game code as legendaries.
Okay, so then maybe they are, but they're very.
They're a
weird.
subcategory. They're a subcategory of legendaries, just like mythicals are.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was
looking
looking for. They have like a number. Legendaries have a weird number.
they're not referring to Meltan as an Ultra Beast, right?
No, it's a mythical.
No,
Okay.
it's a mythical.
Cool. Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully he's cool.
It's going to be another 100 across the board mythical as well. I think it's going to be 100 all stats mythical.
I hope it's broken.
And
it's broken.
I hope
the
it's
like
broken.
the story for UBs is like they could be legendary for us, but in the other dimension, they're like Pheromosa is like a Rattata or a Pidgey.
Regular.
Yeah, they're
regular Pokemon.
they're like the Ganondales all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope it's broken. I hope Meltan's really good because
Wasn't Meltan? It had a high number. It was given like 890.
No, so it was given 791, but again, that was like we all understood that to mean that it confirmed there were this many Pokemon in Gen 8, but it's actually been confirmed that it's a Gen 7 mon, and that 791 is just because of the way that Pokemon Go labels Pokemon numbers in the code. Is it skips to the next 100 when a new generation comes out. So Generation 1 went 1 to 151, but then Generation 2 started with 201, 202, 203, and then Generation 3 started with 4 and all of that. So it actually works out that 791 is the last Pokemon at the end of the current Pokedex.
Yeah.
So it didn't confirm any Mons. I was so excited when I thought it confirmed like 80 new Mons for Gen 8.
Yeah, they'd be amazing.
how many
not
new
because-
bonds were in Sun and Moon?
Well, 891, sorry, not 791.
60 something, I think.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, because
I'm thinking Gen 8
Wait,
have
no, it couldn't have been 60 something.
not 60.
no, it was because basically we had the Alolan Pokemon that stood in for a
Yeah, that's why.
Oh,
It
okay.
was overall 86.
Oh.
Damn. Okay.
Man, see,
That's
that's
not
like
bad.
we're talking.
And like
we're
70
talking about,
of 70 of those mounts suck. Damn, that's rough.
Yeah.
we're talking about last gen, but it like, or I guess the current gen. I guess if we're talking about Pokemon, but man, that's the other thing about Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. It's like they had the opportunity to do so many more cool Alolan forms, and they just didn't do it, and it would have been easy. Like, why not just do more Alolan forms, man?
Yeah, that's a big problem.
That was a
with
bummer.
it.
That's like a thing
Especially
with
after all
Pokemon.
those fake rumors where people were saying like Water Arcanine and fighting Alakazam.
Oh my god, I really wanted fighting Alakazam to be true. The idea of an
Yeah.
Alakazam who was like, my psychic powers don't work anymore, so I'm gonna get swole. That was so
Yeah.
great.
Right.
You mean
That
with
feels
choke?
His barbells.
Get him a choke?
That's like a
him
thing
choke.
with Pokemon where they have a cool idea and they just don't carry it forward. They just kind of
Yeah.
stop.
And I
They
feel
always want the
happens every
feature to
gen.
be specific to one generation, like the Dex Nav. I thought that was a really good addition in Oris, and then
Oh, yeah.
gone. Player search system gone. Pokemon following you was gone forever until recently. Yeah,
I do hope with the next generation of Pokemon games, though, they continue on with the thing where they give new forms to older Pokemon. Because I did really like that about Alola.
yeah.
And
thought
I
it
think
was
there's
cool.
so many Pokemon that already exist. Like, instead of making all these new ones, utilize the ones you have and give them cool new forms. Because that's awesome competitively. People start
Yeah.
using Pokemon they never used before. And it like allows people to still connect with the Pokemon they're familiar with without like filling up the Pokedex with, oh, here's another.
Yeah, but
bird. Here's
whatever the
another
next region
ball.
is, you know, like whatever they call the next region, do we really want to be worrying about like the regular Diglett, the Alolan Diglett, and then the whatever, like the UK Diglett or wherever the region is? Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
But they don't you think
Like
they
the
wouldn't do
British
Diglett,
Diglett?
right? Maybe they would do like they would do other Pokemon that didn't have a logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing I think with the regional variants for Kanto, I think they mostly happened because Kanto was missing a lot of types, like dark I don't think there's a single dark type in Kanto except for, isn't it just Alola and Rattata? Like that's the only and Meowth now. I think the
Meowth,
reason that some of those happened was because we don't have a lot of dragons or steel types or
ice
dark types.
I never even thought about that. That's a good call. Hold on.
Yeah.
Well, Dark type was added in Gen 2, right? So there
Yeah,
are
that's why I'm
no
saying-
Gen 1
but
Dark
obviously, but like Pokemon in Gen 1 were
Retroactively,
still
Yeah, they got retroactive.
type. Yeah, they didn't
Like, Steel-
retroactively make any of them dark. Yeah,
like Steel. Obviously, you got Magnemite,
Magnemite.
Magneton.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I
got-
think
you
they
got
wanted to pad out the
fairies,
typings more.
The fairy line
Mm.
and
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. No,
yeah,
you're
that's a
right.
very good point. I didn't think about that, but yeah, we've got like the ice types like Alolan Sandshrew and Alolan Vulpix, and then the
Yeah. Actually, you're
Dark
right.
types with
Dark was the
Rattata,
only one they were missing.
yeah.
Yeah, and then
pretty
they
bad,
gave
'cause they
us,
had-
I
because
think,
they had
2
Dragon
darks, 3
already.
darks.
No, Rattata, Eradicate, Meowth, Persian, and then Muck
Grimer,
and
Muck.
Grimer.
Yeah, I was just counting the lines.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Grimer, right. All right. Well, I guess while we're on the topic of Pokemon, because Duncan, you brought this up, and now I'm just curious because I'm thinking about it. Where do you think the next region will be? Like, what do you think they're going to base it on? Because the UK is
I
a
don't
cool.
know, man.
idea.
I've already said mine.
I think that's neat. I want Russia.
Man, I've been wanting Australia for so long. Australia or Spain, I think, or Italy.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
but
just so
Australia is
everyone's on the
China
same
would
page,
step
can
in the
we-
grass and get killed by a poisonous spider. Like, listen.
Just so we're on the same page, can we all recap what regions of the world have already been?
Japan 3
Japan,
times,
Japan.
4 times.
Japan, yeah. Hawaii,
France.
France,
France. Yeah, France.
Yeah.
New York.
America.
America.
I think it was specifically just New York, which was weird.
Yeah, the state of New York, though.
Yeah.
Not just the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, Japan.
But I mean,
New
that's
York,
like the state
France,
of Hawaii. too.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
a
yeah.
bunch of states.
I think that's it, right?
And then
yeah.
So
There was the whole thing with Southern Kalos, which would be cool, but we never went there. Thanks, Game Freak.
That would have been Spain, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been so. Whoever just brought up Italy, I'm thinking of like the Venetian canals and walking around the city.
Yeah, Italy, Spain, and
Mm.
Australia would be really fun for me.
Make the evil team like literally a mob, like make the
Yeah.
mafia. That'd be so sick, man. I want that now. And stuff
think
are
that,
probably
like,
not going to get that.
to be, because I was thinking about it the other day, like even though Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon / Sun and Moon aren't my favorite games, I honestly think in retrospect, Alola is my favorite region, just because it's so, like, I want to go somewhere different. I don't want to be walking around all the time. Like the characters itself were designed very differently. The
Alola was
it had
like
the world
innovative.
had a lot of personality.
Yeah.
Where I feel like where like Hoenn lacks in that area a lot of the time. It's just because it's just like, oh cool, more buildings, and I'm in a town that looks like almost every other town.
Alola's
No, I
flaw
mean-
was just, it was so linear. You just went in a
Yeah.
straight line.
Yeah, but like, I don't know if you guys have seen the poster they handed out where it has like all the Alola islands and it has the Aether Foundation. It's a really cool poster. That
Yeah.
I'm sure some of you have seen it. It just, if you look at that and you're like, dang, like it has a
So,
lot
like-
of diversity within the thing.
I think that you've got to remember as well, like the older generations, the towns might have looked more similar because the graphics weren't there yet.
Right,
Like maybe
right.
if we revisited them, because like, the Japanese region, the Kanto region, for example, a friend of mine did this thing where he went on a tour and he visited all the towns in the Kanto region that were where the Pokemon towns were based on.
The bike guy, right?
Obviously,
Biking
that
around.
place is going to have a lot of character in real life, and it's just they did the best they could with graphics at the time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I really don't like Hoenn, but I think Hoenn did have a good amount of unique cities. I think it's my least favorite region, but most of the locations were really memorable to me, like
I guess
Fortree.
Johto
and-
would be probably a better.
Yeah, Johto's a better example.
I take back what I said about Hoenn because now that you mentioned that, but yeah, Johto it just felt like every town looked the same. But they were just
yeah.
different in size.
Yeah.
It's not is where they had like in Hoenn they had the city that was all in a tree and the city that was underwater. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Johto was
So
just
the chat
all
brought
like
up
every
Italy.
town was just very Japanese, old Japanese.
Yeah. But
I like-
then again, it's based on the Johto region of Japan.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much more like. I guess they took more liberties with places that were far from home because they could just take like almost caricatures of those places, whereas like with the Japan-based places for a
Oh,
Japanese
shit.
audience.
Yo, bitch at the door.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the last thing I
Ridiculous.
want to bring up about Meltan, because I thought this was interesting in the Pokedex entry or the thing that was on the website, is that it stores electricity in its head or in its eye, and that just made me question. They brought that up in the Pokedex entry, but it's a steel type. So, do you think if it has another form that it'll be like part electric?
I hope
It
so.
could have an ability where it gets like electric stab or something.
Yeah, like
I must have missed
Steelworker?
that. Is it pure steel, or did they just say it has a steel
Yeah,
type?
pure,
No, it's
pure steel.
It's pure steel, but it
Oh,
says
wow.
in the Pokedex entry that it stores electricity in its eye.
That's cool.
It even
Fair
has a
enough. Maybe
little
I'll have
cable
bolts of them.
tail.
Yeah, that cable tail is weird. I don't like it. It weirds
It
me
doesn't
out.
really make sense with the rest of the design.
It's so weird, but I'm sure once I understand what it's supposed to be, I won't mind.
Well, we'll see. We're only a little bit away from the official full reveal of Meltan once the games come out. So we're actually going to move on. We're going to move on from one meme to another. Let's talk about the girl that has taken over the internet. Let's talk
boy.
about Bowsette. So,
Jesus Christ.
for
I'm
whatever reason, this took over all last week. #1 trend in Japan for like 2 days. People writing up whole, like all these different like
That shit was
Bro,
crazy, man.
It
Petition
took off
for
because
whatever
people
for
online are
stop
You did not just say
perverts.
for whatever reason, like you don't know exactly why that thing exists.
Exactly. It's a meme, but it's a meme that appeals to perverts. You just hit both sides of the internet. All right? There are two types of people on the
That's
internet.
full
There are
sweep
memers.
on the
Look, man,
entirety
if
of
you,
the-
There are
make a
memers and
character-
there are
I'm
perverts.
trying to find the best way to say it, but I mean, if you said it, that's fine.
if you make a character with shark-like teeth, they're gonna be super popular in Japan, especially a Nintendo character, a female Nintendo character.
Especially when they do the one eye tooth that sticks out from the mouth when it's
Especially
closed.
when you
Like,
just give her
that's-
big ass titties.
The funny thing is, the original one didn't even have big tits.
Yeah, it was like a very conservative design, and then people went
Yeah.
This is
crazy.
Peach.
Yeah.
That's how it always
Yeah.
is, man.
It was goth peach, pretty much. But I mean,
You know what happens.
at first I hated it, but then I warmed up to it, so it was whatever. Did you see that weird? It was almost official thing. In the
Yeah.
Odyssey art book.
What is this?
There in the Odyssey art book, there was a scrapped concept where Bowser was gonna have his own Cappy and take over Peach.
Wow.
What?
And
I see that. Is there a picture of this?
yeah, let me go get it. There's also Rosalina playing a guitar.
Now that I would give me Rosalina's Guitar Hero. I'll be there day one, man.
Here, look.
Great. That's the
Check
reboot Guitar
this.
Hero needs.
See, that was gonna be it. That's the
Oh,
technical
whoa.
official design.
What?
I did not see
That's
Yeah.
wild.
You see his hat with the K? It's,
that. Wow.
Yeah.
I can't describe how much I hate that.
let me see if I can find Rosalina.
I think it's hysterical that they have the same idea.
The original artist that did the original comic for the Bowsette,
Oh, I
they
didn't even know about this one. My
before the comic, they had like less than 100
Cool.
Twitter followers. Now they have over 60k.
Nice.
Wow.
bad. There's the guitar Rosalina thing.
That's
Let's see this. Click it.
I think
Oh, she looks so cute.
my theory for that was like maybe Pauline's band was gonna be made up of princesses with Daisy, Peach, and Rosalina maybe, but I don't know.
You know, guitarist Rosalina is an immediate top 5 waifu right there.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Of course. Of course. Dude, I already love her. I literally have a picture in my apartment, a framed picture of
I know you
Rosalina
do. I
in
know
her
you
racer
do.
outfit with her butt
I-
sticking out. It's
I
in my
know
main
you do.
room. I'm
I've
proud to
been,
have it.
we asked
My
about it,
girlfriend comes over,
remember?
She thinks that it's great. I don't care.
We're lacking the most important image, which is Mario in the Luma suit.
And Mario in the Toadette suit. That shit's weird.
I hate everything.
Somebody said, "Can we talk about the Momo-kun cosplay?" Yo, I'm trying to talk
Nah.
about the Momo-kun cosplay. What's good, man?
Okay.
Belongs in the bin. That's
Full stop.
it.
Damn.
But,
It's like that.
Yeah, so Dragalia lost, everybody.
Mhm.
Who's been playing Dragalia lost? I just needed to segue out of that conversation as quick as
I'm about to
possible.
go find it.
No, I found it. It's right here.
Oh, come on. I don't want to say. Oh,
Get that out of my face, please.
oh boy.
Show was
Fucking
canceled.
Adam
I'm
fucking
just
tweeted
playing.
a picture
Damn,
of it.
yo,
That shit was-
everybody chill, man.
Your chat's going crazy now.
I know.
Yeah, you put
Yo,
this
all the
in
chat's
the
going
feed,
crazy.
make it,
Just to
man.
let you know, I'm
There you
giving
go,
away
Shofu.
Nintendo Switch with Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh
So
my
make sure to
god.
do that giveaway.
That's crazy. You specifically said you didn't want to bring it up. You got it.
Yeah, I changed my mind because I went up a lot of
All
subscribers.
right. I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
No,
If
but
I
I
ain't
mean,
on
is
that
there
gleam. I better be on that gleam.
I'll
Add
put you
my-
on it. You
No,
want
just
to be on it?
playing.
How'd you feel? What's
Hey, slide the whole
I'll
Japan
do it, I'll
Tom
do
cross
it.
on there, bro.
I got a legacy account, my man. I mean, is there anything else we really want to talk about with Bowsette? I just figured we would bring it up because it happened since the last podcast. And it's took
Not
over.
really. It was cool. I
Bowsette for
guess.
Smash, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Funnily enough, actually, I was at a
Don't do
Nintendo
this.
appointment on Tuesday, and this last Tuesday for like the pre-release Dragalia Lost stuff. And I was talking to the different employees about this and like, oh, you know, this Bowsette stuff's really crazy, right? And they were mentioning about how Sakurai had already seen that petition with like you know, where people are like, oh, put Bowsette as a character in Smash or whatever, or put her as a costume. And basically what I heard was it's not happening. It's never gonna happen.
no, it's definitely not. Of course, you didn't need to talk to anybody at Nintendo to know that wasn't happening.
Yeah, I know. But it's good to have confirmation that it ain't happening.
Just add the super crown as an item in Smash.
That would actually be funny. You just immediately turn into Peach and you start playing Peach. That'd be a legitimately cool item. I think it'd be kind of funny. But one other thing I guess we could talk about with the super crown. I do like how when you throw the crown like on a Chain Chomp or a Boo or whatever, like I like all the different alternate versions that people have been putting together, like Bowsette or whatever the Chain Chomp one was that Etika retweeted looked really cool. There was a
Peachaboo,
Bullet
man.
Bill one,
Peachaboo's the name.
Peachaboo,
the-
or
That's the best name.
Piranha Plant one that Coast tweeted out looks incredible. There's one with like she's got like the warp pipe corset, and then like the sharp Piranha Plant teeth.
Yeah.
Covering the eyes. That was like a legitimately cool design.
I just wish the name of the meme was fixed before it exploded. Now we've gone too far, because it's not Toadette and Bowser, it's Peach and Bowser.
Right.
Let's change the name
What
to
would you name it
Beach.
instead? Peach. Sir?
Beach.
Nah, Beach.
My girl Beach, bro. I don't know why that's killing me.
We're just gonna move on. We're gonna move on from Bowsette.
Yeah.
We should honestly talk about Dragalia Lost because who here has been playing it?
I played a bit. Not for
You like
me. Nah, it's not for me. I can't play. The controls are so weird to me. I can see why people like it though.
Been quiet
Like-
this episode. I know you've probably been playing Nintendo Switch in the background with your mic. Yo, what's going on, Mike? You liking Dragalia Lost?
Not really.
Dang.
Oh,
It's not for me either.
It's got very good presentation, very good music, but I just can't get into the gameplay loop. It's the same kind of reason I can't get into Phantasy Star or Vindictus or anything like that. Just the dungeons aren't very interesting to me.
All right. Fair
I've
enough.
completely missed this game entirely. I didn't even know it existed. I'm googling it right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it came out when? Thursday night.
Yeah, it's not. I think it's only out in Japan and America. I had to get an APK.
Oh, is that another gacha game?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
no,
Nintendo's
thank you.
new gacha RPG for phones.
I can't do gacha games, man.
it surprisingly hasn't even made that much money. It's below Pocket Camp.
That doesn't surprise me because it's a brand new IP. You don't have.
Yeah,
to
but
top-
you'd think like Psy Games, because Grand Blue and stuff, people would transfer over and try it, but nope. Gotta wait.
What is that, Doom? What did you just put in the chat? What is?
Oh,
this shit?
they called Shikahi on
yeah.
Smash
Oh.
Bros.
On
website.
today's Smash update.
I guess
I
that's
know
actually
in-
one thing we could talk about, because since the last, it was 2 weeks ago, the last episode, there were some cool things that were posted to the Smash Brothers website. So we could actually break all this stuff down and talk about it. I figured there was so much in terms of rumors and everything that I didn't even bother writing show notes. But as I'm thinking about it, there actually was quite a bit that got revealed. So if you want to go through some of this stuff and talk about it, we can.
I'm game to.
Cool.
Yeah,
All right. So
okay.
on 9/18, September 18th, there was a new remix of Happy Home Designer.
That
which is
shit was
now
ass.
Up-tempo. Yeah, I also agree. I did not like it at all. But it's supposed to be, I guess, the up-tempo, exciting Animal Crossing remix. But yeah,
With that Pokemon one though.
That Pokemon one is fire.
We're going to get to it, man. We're going to get You guys are blowing your load
I
early.
don't even
Come
know what you
on.
guys are talking
All
about.
right,
What picks up?
We'll talk about the Pokemon one. We'll talk about the Pokemon.
The
All
Pokemon,
right.
the Pokemon remix, and like all the remixes.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that one was crisp.
Yeah. Have you heard of Shofu? Let me get it real quick.
Huh?
Joe, didn't you
The
tweet it
Steven
out?
remix.
Yeah, he tweeted. No, he
How I
heard
found
it.
out about it. He tweeted out. He's like, "This
Oh,
is
you
when
talking
it's
about the song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never mind. I did. Yeah,
That shit
man.
was
That's
fun.
what plays when
Incineroar
Is
comes
re-
out.
Whoa, I didn't say a name. I
That's
said
what
I
you
put a
said.
blank.
You definitely tweeted when they were revealed.
I didn't say Incineroar. I literally put a blank.
Bro,
space.
you definitely did last time we were on stream, though. You definitely
no.
just.
He's talking about the
outright
tweet. He's
said.
talking about the tweet, man.
Yeah, the tweet he put a couple
It might be
underscores.
confusing what you tweeted and what you said. You're probably right.
That's exactly
I
what
remember.
you're
I
doing.
did,
This man out here leaking privileged information on Japan time.
What? You've been saying that. You've been blabbing out everywhere.
Hey, in any streams or only in private calls? In private
lying.
calls, it's fine.
He's lying.
I'll leak privileged information in private calls all
You've
day.
definitely
That's
done
the
it on
benefit.
stream too.
No, not until you did. As soon as you did, I was like, well, cat's out of the bag then.
listeners, don't worry about what
Literally.
Duncan and Shofu were talking about. Lickitongue's the next fighter. We know for a fact.
Okay.
Ignore it.
No one's
Ignore
getting
it. Don't
spoiled.
worry. Don't worry about it. We know
Lickitung
nothing.
got to be one of the most irrelevant Pokemon ever.
That's not
Absolutely
true.
Hey,
not.
far-fetched for Smash.
Okay, the most irrelevant Pokemon of all time is Stantler.
That's not true.
Nah, the most irrelevant Pokemon of all time is Carbink.
What?
No.
Carbink,
Carbink's
right?
related to Diane.
That's what I'm saying. What you talking about?
Huh?
Feel.
Stantler. What's Stantler? Stantler's like a rare ass Pokemon. I don't even think I've
is
seen
not,
it in Crystal.
Stantler is not the most.
It's got
irrelevant
Intimidate,
Pokemon.
man. Yeah, it's got Intimidate. You're never irrelevant if you have Intimidate.
Oh yeah.
Maractus.
I'll look at something irrelevant.
Maractus is trash. Maractus is trash.
Yeah,
Stan-
Minion,
No,
Finneon.
Stantler has like jump kick and shit. Oh wait, is that? Yeah, it has like jump.
No,
kick
that's
on it.
Saucebuck, isn't it?
No, I think.
Yeah, so they both
Saucebuck
do, I
Saucebuck
think.
is great. I love Saucebuck.
Let me check. No, he. Oh yeah, he does get jump kick. Holy fuck, I didn't know. Okay, I'm sorry, Stantler.
Yeah, love
I'm
Discus.
looking
Love
at some of these
Discus.
names in the I'm looking at some of these names in the chat. I don't even know what some of these Pokemon are. And I
Oh
like.
my God, I
consider
forgot
myself a
about
huge Pokemon
Bruxish.
fan, and I love
Finneon is the
Pokemon.
most irrelevant Pokemon.
Finneon.
Oh yeah, no, Finneon doesn't even exist, man.
The Pokemon.
Yeah,
that-
so that's
no,
not a real
I
Pokemon.
forever fucking hate Luminion because I was one Pokemon away from finishing my national dex in platinum, and it was that bitch. I couldn't find, not national, regional. Couldn't find it anywhere.
Dude, I genuinely don't. What is Shinotic? I don't know what that thing is.
It's that weird
That's a
mushroom,
mushroom.
fairy thing.
The fairy mushroom.
Yeah.
Fairy Amoongus.
Clamperl got to be one of the most irrelevant Pokemon. There's no
Fairy
way.
Amoongus. Is this like in
Yeah.
Alola or X and Y?
Yeah, I'll get a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lola.
I
Clamperl
literally
is
cannot
trash.
think of Pokemon.
This fucking thing. It's
Yeah, it's like a shitty Amoongus.
Jigglypuff given
Literally, yeah.
a mushroom
Wow.
yeah.
something nasty.
Okay, well, I think we're just proving though that Lickitung is not the least relevant Pokemon that's out there.
No, I don't think any Gen 1 Pokemon is.
Lickitung would have been irrelevant if it didn't have a fire-ass game in Pokemon Stadium.
How can
Big
Lickitung
facts.
be irrelevant when Team Rocket owned one?
Also
Okay.
true. Dude, Duncan, could you imagine if they did an orchestral remix of Sushi Go Round for Smash Brothers?
Come on.
Oh, I need it. I need it.
They
Please.
could release Sushi Go Round as a full-price game, and I would buy it.
I'd be there day one. We would do a series, man. We would do a series on YouTube. Our first collab series in years. We will do it. Sushi Go Round, too. Electric Boogaloo. We're doing it.
Stadium
Oh,
was
man.
such a good game, man.
It
What
was.
happened?
Licky
Wow.
Licky happened. That garbage piece of trash Pokemon happened.
Hey, that
All right,
clean
anyway,
too.
Smash Bros.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Smash Bros. Right, exactly.
Was
But
that what
I guess that was the only stuff I wanted to talk about on the website. They had the new music. It's pretty cool. But we'll move on.
He's here.
McDareth's here.
Hello.
McDareth, welcome to
Go
Japan
to the
Time.
next subject, man.
No. I want to ask McDareth something
Mm-hmm.
about Dragalia Lost.
Yeah.
You said you want to talk
I'll
about
take
it.
this time to go piss then.
So let's hear about it. What do you think of Dragalia Lost?
You want long or short?
Long, please. Long.
Long.
You gotta
Okay.
get that ad revenue, man. Long.
No,
So,
Did you wait? Hold on. Time out. Did you say no? You don't. Shofu, this is on your channel. You don't want that extra 15 minutes of ad revenue?
what?
I think you're
Just
lying.
saying.
I think you're definitely lying. Continue, McDareth.
Okay. So, I mean, I love the game because it's a mix of like an MMO, an RPG, a gacha game, Farmville, like a bunch of different mobile games, like different aspects of different mobile games, all brought together, and it's so like you play the game and you can just play it like I'm 100% free to play, didn't reroll or anything. I'm already at 9,000 might, which means I can do the second, or no, it's actually the third hardest content right now. And to get to the hardest is 13,000. But like, you can just play this game, and I've been playing it every single night since the reset's 2 a.m. EST, and I've been going for like 8 hours every night on stream, and it's so good. It's so good. You can sit there and just like spend your time playing it. Like,
How intense are the microtransactions?
they're not, honestly. It's from what I've heard from side games, I thought it'd be a lot more predatory. It's really not. Like, you really don't have to spend anything when you level.
How
they
much
give
have you spent?
Nothing. Like literally spent nothing.
Wow. Fair enough. All right.
Like-
It's always good to hear someone praising a game who has spent nothing on it. That's like with a gacha game. That's always a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like every time you level, they give you they increase your stamina by 1, and they give you max stamina, and there's no cap. So like you go when you level, if you didn't spend all your stamina, it just stacks on top, and it keeps stacking. You just play the story, you'll have like 300 stamina easily. And then there's also like the other thing about it is it's like I said, it's MMO. Like you can play online. You can do every single mission in the game online with other players.
That's what
Yeah.
I've been enjoying about it, is doing like the co-op missions for the Avenue of Power and the Avenue of Fortune, and just randomly joining up with people from across the world and then getting all these daily bonus things. And then the Wormite that you use for summons is really easy to get if you play co-op, because every time you
Yeah.
play with a new player, you get an
That
additional
caps.
50 Wormite.
Yeah, it's up to 50 people, so you get 2,500 total, and then that stops.
Yeah.
But still, like,
You really don't need to spend money on it, though. That is one thing that I noticed about it that I liked.
yeah, like people
You
are
don't-
like, people still have that idea that the main characters are the story characters, like you can't use them. Like my team is 3 story characters and a 3-star promoted, and I can still do everything, because like 4 of the story like every story character but 1 is like agreed upon of being actually like decent. So you don't really have to like, you don't have to pull a 5-star unit. You can just use the units they give you, and you can still keep up with people.
Which who are basically seen as the best units in the game right now?
Hildegard. Hildegard is broken as shit. Because like, it's a healer. So like, very few, not many people play healers, but Hildegard is a healer that when she heals, everyone gets full healed, and she has a shield that when she puts the shield on you, if you get hit, the next attack you get hit by, doesn't matter what it is, you take 0 damage, and the shield falls off you. But also that shield gives you regen. So having that one unit can basically full heal an entire group, and just that unit. Like literally, we were struggling on a boss trying to get like clear with people. When one of my friends had to go to sleep, he pulled a random, got a Hildegard who was like way lower than what we were for the boss fight, and we killed it easily. Like that unit is silly.
What's the element for Hildegard?
Light. She's a light. I think the healing is a rod or staff. Like she's seriously, like she's broken. Phoenix is broken because Phoenix is a dragon that when you activate Phoenix and use its ability, it puts a hot on everyone or heal over time, and it heals for 900, which is more than anyone's HP every single tick for like 5 seconds. So for those 5 seconds, you basically don't take damage. So at any point, someone can pop that, use it, and that's it. You're just full healed no matter what's going on.
And then the 5 stars does that actually matter? Like, are they better than the?
They are.
the 3
5 stars
Okay.
are better. They just have like, so I don't want to go too far into everything, but like, so if you have, so let's say Francesca, who's a 3-star I promoted. She's a 3-star wind dagger. her stats, like everything about her is fine, but her kit isn't as good as
What the hell are you guys even talking about?
Dragalia lost.
Dragalia lost, man.
Yo, can y'all shut up? What the fuck?
I
I'm over here zoning the fuck out. What the hell game is this?
It just
I'll talk to you about it.
Nah. Y'all gotta shut up. Nah, y'all gotta shut up. What's the next topic, man?
Smash Bros.
Let me finish.
That's mean.
No.
So 5 stars matter, but
No.
not as much.
You gonna stop right now. What's the next topic, man?
Smash Bros.
Hey, Roger said long, so.
God, I was falling asleep.
I had a shorter one that I thought would have been funny.
I thought it was Tuesday morning.
It is here.
She.
Yeah. You ain't
I
wrong.
had a shorter one. It was told long, so I gave long.
No.
I mean, I appreciate it. That was good.
That's what
Nah.
he said. But
Gotta shut all that down, man.
Well, then I guess the next thing we'll talk about, because everybody was bringing this up, are the recent Smash Brothers leaks. So, which one would you like to start with? Because there's like 4 of them.
I have not seen any of them. I would need to be linked.
Okay, so the first one I think we should bring up is that ND Cube guy on Twitter, who basically teased things a month before they happened, says he has no insider information, but has got so many things right about how like Isabelle was going to be revealed in the last Direct, along with an Animal Crossing reveal for Switch. He mentioned about Ridley being at E3 in the demo. He mentioned the stuff in the Smash Direct. And now he's saying that the final 4 characters in the game are Incineroar, Ken, Shadow, and Steve from Minecraft. And that Geno is going to be a character similar to Mewtwo that is going to be tied in as free DLC if you have a Nintendo Switch Online account.
I think he's just gotten things right, honestly. But it's kind of funny, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about that leak is 2 of the things in that are things that I have been told. I mean, like the Incineroar one is already, that's been busted wide open, but I'm not going to say the other one because we're on stream. But like, those are things that I've been told by someone I trust very, very much. But I think at the same time, like, it's stuff that everyone's guessed already anyway. So,
Yo, Duncan,
like, he could just be guessing and then adding his own stuff too.
Chat on Discord. I think everybody knows about that one too at this point.
Is it that one? Because that one's pretty out there too.
Yeah, that's pretty up there. I think everybody knows it.
I can't type. My keyboard's run out of battery. Fantastic. 1 second.
Yeah, well, no,
But is it that one or no?
Well, I mean,
No.
Okay, well, cool. What I was gonna say is, okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna talk about this other leak that apparently happened with Ken. So there was a screenshot that was posted to 4chan with Ken in it, with Pac-Man, Pichu, and what was the other character that was in this original screenshot? People? Hello? Am I the only one?
Sorry, we're talking.
I,
We're a little
It was Ivysaur.
Ivysaur?
Yeah.
Huh?
It was Ivysaur, Pac-Man, Pichu, and Ken.
And then, I mean, was this ever disproven? Did somebody come out and say they did this? Because
No.
it looked really real to me.
Yeah, it seemed very real, right down to the fact that there was some weird, very subtle discrepancies that would only really make sense if it was like a previous kind of version of the game.
Yeah.
Like with the Pichu portrait, it's not just the cropping of the portrait itself, but also slight differences compared to the main render that we see at the moment. That like could have very easily been a previous iteration of that render, because we've seen that there have been previous iterations of renders. Like Mario's probably the most prominent example.
Yeah.
Falco used to have a different one, Palutena, all that jazz. Like there were very subtle details and a lot of key consistencies that made it seem very real.
There's no way it's fake.
No,
Because I mean,
it feels really real to me.
there's such like
Echo
his
Fighter,
foot
right?
his foot is clipping into the ground. There's that thing with the Pac-Man sprite. Nobody has been able to pinpoint where that Ken render has come from.
Yeah, the textures on the stage are really detailed.
That too.
I've never seen like that close up of a stage before.
Yeah. There's just no way Ken is the original Echo Fighter too. Like, come on.
How's Ken the original Echo Fighter when fucking Luigi's right there?
Well, because he wasn't a fighting game character.
He wasn't a fight.
Yeah, nice talk.
All right.
Smashing the fighting game. Yeah, nice talk.
What? Street Fighter came before it? Okay.
Huh?
And then we brought up on an earlier episode, but I want to like bring it up again here because we're talking about those leaks. That Koro Koro magazine thing, talking about 108 stages being in the game.
Yeah, I think that's true.
I 100% think that's true because, like, in Japanese culture, the number 108 signifies the beginning of a new era. And people have even been talking about this with One Piece recently with the Wano Country stuff. But the number 108 does hold a big significance. And considering this is like Ultimate Smash, sort of the end of an era, everybody's in this one, 108 stages would make sense. And if you look at that number and you look at the stage list that was revealed, you can see that it's exactly enough to have those 5 stages plus a DLC stage button on that bottom row. It would be exactly enough. So we would get these whatever 5 new stages are plus the DLC button, and then eventually later on down the line, if like Rex and Pyra get in and we get, you know, the World Tree as a DLC stage or something, that would be on a separate screen.
I think, why not 108? I mean, it never really felt like Sakurai was saying it's 103 and we're not doing any more than that. I think it was more of a we're at 103 right now.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Quick question, because you guys keep up with this so much better than I do. I get blown away. Have we had it confirmed that Ancient Step is a stage yet?
No.
Or whether it's it might just be a boss area.
We haven't seen it on the stage list when he showed it during that one direct, and it's just a walk-off. Like, there's nothing that would make it like a stage. It's just flat, and then you can walk off either side.
Yeah, if they made it a stage, they would have to make an alternate version, because we know Dracula's castle, the stage that's like where you fight Dracula, and the stage that's
the story mode stage, basically. I think we can assume at this point.
They're 2 different stages.
Right, because people at Capcom didn't even know. Like, people at Capcom didn't even know that they were going to reveal Rathalos in that direct. It was like the only people who knew were Sugimoto-san and the art team behind What World, and then Sakurai and his team. They kept that really down low, so even the people at Capcom didn't know. So I was hanging out with one of the community managers at EGX, and he was saying, like, when he found out, he was instantly on the phone to like people at his work going, "Why did no one tell me this?" So yeah, I was trying to get information from them, but he's like, "Look, all I can say is if it's an actual stage, then I think that's going to be the character." He doesn't see why they wouldn't. He thinks that the Capcom guys would have been way less willing to give Rathalos over if they weren't also going to have a character in the game.
I'd
but like,
be
you
down
can
for
have
that.
Rathalos if you give us a character, is kind of the trade that he thinks.
They'll have Ryu, they'll have Ken, and then Mega Man. So they'll already have 3.
Yeah, but it's not about that. It's about Monster Hunter, isn't it? Because that's they're not going to give up their flagship without having a character. I don't think so. I'd put money as well.
Duncan, you are the resident Monster Hunter person. Do you think it'll be a hunter, or do you think it'll be a feline or Cha-Cha or something like that?
Okay, it wouldn't be a Cha-Cha because they've been in so few games.
Really cool.
Like, I would be down with a Palico, but I want it to be a hunter. Like, I really want it to be the hunter.
I feel like they would with the Rathalos armor, since they put Rathalos and Iron in Smash 4. Or on the Mii costumes, at least.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of those Mii costumes now with Isabelle, too, have now been confirmed as characters. We got K. Rool,
and then
Isabelle,
the ones we don't have are like Gino and Monster Hunter.
Right.
And then we have like Zero, who's an assist trophy.
Right.
Knuckles.
Hunter would be really cool, just considering how well that character was translated into Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
That character's busted in Marvel vs. Capcom.
Would they use Greatsword or like? I don't know.
I think it would have to be a weapon switch mechanic. There'd have to be a mechanic for switching weapons.
Yeah.
If it was one weapon, it would probably be Greatsword, but I feel like it has to be.
Would it though?
I
The
mean,
female
you mean,
hunter's
yeah.
been seen with dual swords a lot recently. Like the cannon hunter in all of the the stuff has been seen with dual swords and hammers a lot recently.
Well, I think that character could use different weapons depending on their
Different
attacks.
buttons.
Like
Yeah, that's what they-
great sword for smash attacks and
Yeah,
weaker
do.
Dual
smaller
swords.
weapons with
dual
jabs
swords
and
for
stuff.
aerials or something, and then
Yeah.
or insect glaive for aerials or something. Like there are so many ways they
That'd be
could do it.
cool. That would actually really be cool.
So do you want the list of all the Mii costumes that we haven't seen? Like
I mean, if you
deconfirmed?
got it, then
Yeah,
sure.
let's go.
So Heihachi, Kira and Jackie from Virtual Fighter, Black Knights, Lloyd, Toad, Viridy, Monster Hunter, Gino, Gil from Tower of Dragalia. Don't know what that is, and Tails.
And that's it.
Yep. Because
Yeah,
the other
so-
ones in
I
there
mean-
are like assist trophies.
Assist trophy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the Mii fighter.
For Ike. The only thing is, if you've played Path of Radiance or the games they come from, it doesn't make like a whole lot of sense. But then again, Crom's an echo of Roy, so who cares?
I think
It makes
Black
sense
Knight.
because
Yeah,
Ike and
they
Black
would-
Knight were trained by the same guy, so they
Right.
can fight similarly.
And there's
The
four-
only
Even
thing
their
I think would
weapons-
be weird is just the jump. Seeing Black Knight double jump would be very weird.
right.
even their weapons are so similar. They're literally recolors of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the weapon side, sure,
Oh.
but I'm thinking more in terms of animation because that interview with Sakurai came out since our last episode as well, and he mentioned the reason Isabelle is not an Echo Fighter is because the animations were too different from Villager, and they figured they could do enough unique stuff with her to make her a standalone.
Which is weird because like Dark Samus is very, very different animation wise to Samus.
Yeah,
Like
she
almost
floats.
every aspect.
But well, I guess yeah. I was thinking like her model's pretty much, even though it's different, it's pretty much still the same dimensions.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like Isabelle has like a giant dog head.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know,
A longer body than a villager.
and a longer body. Right. I'm just still happy Isabelle's in the game. That's great, man. Good for her.
Yeah. She gave me like I wanted Shadow in, but as an Echo, but now I can see them doing Shadow as a semi-clone like Dr. Mario or Ganon. But I don't know. I don't know if they want to announce another semi-clone so close to Isabelle.
I just really like the fact that, talking of Ganon, I just like the fact that he's different enough from Captain Falcon now that you couldn't ever say he was an Echo.
Yeah.
That makes me very, very happy.
People still want that Black Shadow Echo for Captain Falcon.
Yeah, that's
It's
so
still pretty
weird.
similar, Duncan.
I mean, I think the changes to the smash attacks, like all of that, I think it makes it different enough. Like his side B's a command grab, which it always has been, obviously. But then there's all the sword smashes. Like he jumps differently. He's way heavier. I think he's different enough that you wouldn't consider him an Echo Fighter, right?
The fact that they're still that similar and that they have nothing to do with each other in the slightest is still weird to me, though.
Fair enough.
They have absolutely nothing to do with each other.
Look, Ganon carried me to victory. Stop being mean.
Yeah, shoutouts to Matsuma.
Yeah, shout outs to Matt. Actually, you know what? This is a good opportunity. Shout outs for Matsu. Like, she's like a 5'2" woman, and she put me on her back and carried me all the way through that tournament. So,
She's fucking good, dude.
she made me look really good. That's the crazy part. She was throwing people into my smashes. Like, at one point, I was above her, and she threw someone up into my forward air, and I got a kill. And I was like, that's wild. I went for the Warlock punch. She grabbed someone out of shield so that it would hit them. Like, she was just making me look good. I was like, cool. This is great because I'm trash at this game. So
You were pressing buttons and she was throwing people at you.
yeah,
She's very good in
Hey,
dubs.
that's the tag. That's the tag.
she was like, "Hey, Duncan, you hungry? I got some food. For you. You want to eat?"
Yeah, her and her partner Plastic Popped are two of the best doubles players in the UK.
Bro, that was terrifying. Like they almost played each other as well. But hey, she's gonna give me lessons, so you know we've got that sorted for when Ultimate comes out. I'm getting coaching, so maybe I won't suck quite so hard.
Trying to level up.
I'm gonna still put you down.
Yeah, I'm trying to level up.
It is weird to think that we're like 2 months away from this game now.
Yeah, we're almost exactly, I think, 2 months,
Man.
right? Yeah.
That is what. Yeah, it's October
Like,
1st right now. So
60
And that
68
shit,
or
time is
67
gonna
days.
fly with all the games coming out in October and November.
Right, we got Mario Party
Mhm.
this
Yeah.
weekend.
Mario Party, World Ends with You, Red Dead
Mega Man,
Redemption,
Mega Man tomorrow.
Mega Man's tomorrow. Yeah.
You have
Smash
Let's
releases
Go,
at
you
the
have-
perfect time, right at the
Oh,
beginning of like the drought.
Whew, it's
Yeah,
gonna be.
but
Yeah.
right after fucking
Right
Ultimate
after
comes
Smash,
out,
we
you
get
have,
thrown Kingdom
you have-
Hearts.
You have Kingdom Hearts 3 right after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, less,
Pokemon's
Dude.
out for like 2 weeks before Smash comes out, which is great because that's about as long as Let's Go's gonna last. So we've
Yeah.
got
That's what I've been saying. That's why I'm ready for Let's Go.
That's
It'll
fine.
last me exactly the amount of
Let's Go
time
will
I
be fun.
need.
It'll be fun. Yeah. Well, are there any other rumors you guys want to talk about, or do you want to answer some viewer questions, or just chill and hang out a little bit?
We could talk about the
Talk about it if you want.
The blog rumor?
we could talk
Blog
about
theory?
the Relax. Yeah, his theory I think was actually pretty cool.
Oh yeah. So bring his video was really good, but talk about it to the.
So he was saying like every blog post that goes up was written months and months ago. Like they could have been written in like February before we even knew the game came out. Was coming out. I can't speak. And he's saying so all of the blog posts are already done, and then he did basic math pretty much to determine that we could get like how much did he say? 7 or 8?
7 or 8.
7 or 8.
Yeah, he said 7 or 8 more new characters, which is crazy. Obviously, like half would be Echo Fighters, I'd imagine. But I recommend watching the video because it makes perfect sense to me personally, especially after the delay. After the delay from the earthquake in Japan, all of the post numbers were fucked up and weren't matching in the HTML on the website. So that's more proof that they were written a while ago and were just scheduled to go up whenever, which is why I guess stuff like Castlevania music leaking happens. I would
It's
just
so wild to me how
it's
that-
actually pretty normal for companies to do it like that.
yeah. That's what I'm not like. What I'm trying to say is his theory is because of the number of blog posts we'll have by the time the game comes out, we should have about 7 more characters that haven't been shown. And,
Wild.
yeah, it was a good video.
It was. I am curious though if Sakurai was lying. I mean, Sakurai's done this before, and he can
Dude.
obviously change his mind. But
lied.
Sakurai
He's lied.
mentioned that, oh, you know what? Like, I feel like we revealed too many characters early. Don't expect that many more now. Because I forgot where that was. Maybe that was in the same interview with the Isabel information.
That
it
was
was
in
like-
that was in
yeah.
the Famitsu column that was most recently translated.
And that they shouldn't expect too many more now.
Dude, he
Yeah,
said that the focus of Smash 4 was not adding too many new characters. And then we had like what, 18 non-DLC or something like that? 16?
That's true. Yeah.
Sakurai never told the truth once in his life, I'm pretty sure.
Just tag that man person.
Been lying since birth.
Yeah.
He's lying to his
lying
family.
out the womb.
Which is why I haven't been really worried about the whole Ken and Incineroar being the last 2.
No, I really, truly don't believe those are the final 2. There's no way. I think
The final Smash Direct is going to have a good amount of content in it.
and it's got the whole.
When is the
Singapore-
next Smash? When is the final Smash Direct then?
It'll probably be like late November,
Well, I'm
mid-November.
glad you brought this up because there was a rumor earlier today that it's October 18th.
What?
What?
There was a rumor that was posted earlier today because I was streaming. I did a Metal Gear stream this morning.
That there will be
Somebody
one
linked
or
this
the
thread.
final one.
A big Smash Direct is apparently happening October 18th of this month.
Well, I mean, okay, 2 things. One, he said that we will know all the characters before the game comes out, and the closer we get to release, the higher chance of somebody getting the game early, going on YouTube and destroying all the hype. So I could see a final direct happening earlier than normal. And then number 2,
Well,
he just
early
said
copies,
what?
early copies for like Nintendo games, like they're really cracking down on it this year. So like you have to go to the event to collect them.
Yeah, no, I'm talking
Like-
like vendors breaking street date a couple weeks early or something, or like a week early.
Yeah.
But I
guess,
could see
yeah.
it happening. And then on the other side of the same coin, you have him saying that we revealed too many characters recently and we can't. But we'll see in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I mean, I could see them realistically doing 2 more before.
Thanks, Shofu.
One in October and one in November.
I just really think he doesn't want this game to get leaked at all.
At all. Nothing.
But
Whatever.
they should themselves.
We are not getting.
That's what I mean.
As the biggest proponent of put Skull Kid in Smash, I'm telling you right now, we're not getting it. We're just not. It's just not happening. We're not getting Skull Kid.
I think we could get him as DLC, maybe. We haven't had a new Zelda character, like a real new Zelda character, since Melee. Because Toon Link was just Young Link.
I know.
Plus, it's stupid.
Zeph, I can't get my hopes up again, man.
I want Skull Kid. Majora's my favorite game, I think, in Zelda.
It's my favorite game of all time. It's Majora's Mask is my favorite game of all time. Like,
What about the
Skull
like,
Kid
Breath of the
being in
Wild
the
Falco
game.
guy?
Huh? Rivali?
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Dude, I'd rather have Sidon than Rivali.
Isn't he like super popular?
I
We're
think
gonna
the
have
Guardians are all equally popular. Maybe Mifa the most.
I feel like if we're gonna have a champion, you shouldn't have one champion. I feel weird.
Yeah,
It would have to be all
that's
four.
why I was hoping they'd be
Yeah.
like an assist trophy or something.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
that feels like it makes the most sense.
Or the background of a stage.
I could see
Stage is like-
Skull Kid and Majora being a boss in the single player mode, though.
Dude,
I think he is a boss. I think he is a boss, and that's why they replaced his assist with the moon.
yeah,
be
he could
but-
use that assist trophy as like an attack as a boss too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you run out of time on the boss, you just die.
Yeah, it's a 30-second fight.
30
That'd be
seconds.
cool, man. I would like to see Skull Kid as a boss. That'd be neat. See, at this point, it's weird. It's like, obviously, I would like Skull Kid to be playable, but this is, I think, the first time ever in the history of the Smash hype cycle that prior to the full reveal of the roster and all the different modes, I'm
Shit,
content.
your mom at the door.
I feel so good. Like, this is all just icing on the cake now at this point. I feel like after K. Rool and Simon Belmont and Ridley, it's like, whatever, man. Like,
Yeah.
you gave us all the characters, all these stages, so much stuff that you could just give us Incineroar and Ken and I would be happy. But I think
I'm just telling
Sakurai
you-
knows that he can't just do that, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, Roger, if Skull Kid and Hunter are in this game, the Monster Hunter, then I'm going to be the biggest petitioner for it being the mode, the official competitive mode, the one with 3 characters, where you have 1 stock with each character. Because I'm going to want to play 3 mains. Yeah, I'm going to want to play 3 mains, and I'm going to try and convince everybody that that's the only competitive mode. That's going to be my life's ambition, is to get people to accept that as the
That's a good
Hey,
plan.
have fun failing.
Yeah, I know I'll fail, but I'll try.
I don't know. I feel like people are gonna at least try it. Like Barris said that he's gonna run it in Vegas events just to test it out.
We're
What?
running
Wait,
it
what?
at
What are you
the
trying
San Diego
out?
event too.
Squad
the
Strike.
launch event.
Squad Strike.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, of course, like big events are gonna try it. There's no reason not to, but like having it
They'll
like
definitely-
hastily replace singles is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know.
I
But
think
what about
all of
Smash
us would
Bros.
be
on, man?
All of us would be satisfied at this point, right? If like they only had 2 more characters to show.
Yeah.
I'm satisfied
Oh,
right now.
I'd be satisfied.
Yeah, I'm like
I'd be satisfied
Anything-
with no new characters.
anything more they add is like what Roger said, icing on the cake. Like
That's what I'm saying.
I want Gino the most. He might not happen. If he does happen, I'll probably cry, but like he doesn't need to happen. I'll already still love the game. I don't know.
Like Gino and Skull Kid as well, the 2 of them together, they're like best friends. They look like they would be best friends.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of
Do
art
it-
with them
yeah,
together
they could
now.
do The trailer. The trailer could start off as a Skull Kid trailer, and then he's wandering through the woods, and then
Yeah. Lost Woods and then Gino's in.
and then Gino. shows
Right, if
up.
they reveal Gino and Skull Kid, I will be Etika. My dick will explode.
Yeah.
Gino and Skull Kid in the same
I'll
trailer.
scream like I've never screamed before if that shit happens.
Yeah. I'll actually get hyped for something for once in
That'll
my life.
actually look
Jesus.
like if you put that shit like on screen, it'll look like a mod.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
dead ass. Like can you like bro, when you see Simon, when you see Dark Samus, when you see Ridley, you're the first
Rool.
time like all in a real game, you're gonna be like, damn, is this a mod? Like I can't believe this shit happened.
Brawl Mob back in 2010.
Bro.
Dude, it's crazy to think. Like, to me personally, the one character that really stands out, I really do like Isabel being in this, but the one where I was like, wow, Sakurai genuinely means this. He's listening.
Ridley.
I can't believe this happened with
K. Rool.
Dude, like I could not believe. I've wanted K. Rool in Smash Brothers since Melee.
I think it's
And
weird that it's took this long,
I've never
honestly.
brought it up, like on any of the episodes. I mean, I brought up that he'd be cool, but I never, like, on any episode of even the first season of this, when we were talking about Wii U 3DS, was I like, oh yeah, K. Rool's gonna be in this. I even did that video where like I had the K. Rool me costume and I was making fun of it because I thought there's no way. But it wasn't because I didn't want K. Rool in. I'm like so incredibly happy that it's in it, but I just truly thought there was no way. I thought there was some weird licensing issue or whatever, and clearly there's not. It's just Nintendo didn't want to use him, and Sakurai's like, I'm gonna give this man new life.
I've wanted K. Rool forever, and like I always thought he looked stupid and goofy, like his design is kind of the point. But Sakurai made him look cool. I don't know how he did it, but he did.
Lots of shade. Lots of shade.
Did you see
Him and
the
his,
creator
him
of
and
K.
his
Rool?
team of magicians, man. They work
Did you
magic
see
for the whole cast.
The tweet from the creator of K. Rool, where he was like,
he was super.
Damn, I regret giving him such a dumb name.
Yeah, he looks so stupid, but in Smash he looks like kind of like how Bowser does. Bowser, I think, looks kind of dumb. Modern Bowser looks stupid, but in Smash he looks really cool.
He looks dangerous. The Smash
Yeah.
Smash versions of them look dangerous.
For sure. I still like just even talking about stuff that's already been confirmed. Like I don't remember feeling this way about Wii U 3DS. Like we were talking about Greninja and we were hyped for these characters, but like just thinking about like Richter's in this game, dude. Like
Yeah,
the main
Richter's
protagonist
so-
of
that
Rondo
shit is
of
weird.
Blood. Like
That
what?
shit's weird.
That's crazy.
Okay, but his aerials hit the other side of the map. I think that's going to be a problem.
It's so
Like-
That character is about to be really bad or really broken, and I am pumped either way.
We're gonna find out.
I'm ready, bro. Like I just
There's
want.
something interesting with Simon and Richter. Like in Simon's character video, you actually see him tether the stage. We know he has, but they have the standard grab. We see them just grab. So I think maybe their forward air or something just grabs the ledge.
Yeah.
'cause it's
He
not
tethers the
official.
ledge with his back air.
Oh, back air. Okay.
That's
low-key-
weird.
It's weird.
I low-key want Isabel to be super broken.
Me
Just so
too.
I
Isn't
can
that
watch
really-
Isabel beat ass, like
Isn't that really busted though that you can tether the ledge with aerials? Because then that means you can be coming back to the stage. You can aerial to protect yourself at the same time as tethering the ledge.
Yeah, Zero Suit sort of can do that with her. Well, she can do that with her side B.
Yeah, with side B, and Isabel also has a side B tether.
Yeah.
See, for me, like I loved playing Villager when Wii U 3DS first came out. I'm a giant Animal Crossing fan, and I truly don't know if I'm ever gonna change my main from Mr. Game and Watch, like because I was shifting through the Wii U 3DS era. I was playing everybody, but I just eventually went back to Game and Watch. But Isabel, to me, is exactly what I wanted out of Villager, and because I like Animal Crossing so much, and because of how like cute she looks, I think that might be my new main right now.
I hope she's broken.
I do too.
I like just I want to see, you know, come February, all the Twitter posts. Yeah, I think Isabel's a real big problem for the metagame. Like I want the same tweets people post about Bayonetta right now to just be the exact same, but replaced with Isabel, bro. So I can keep.
I really think it all depends on her
Isabel.
aerials. Or, like,
Isabel versus Ridley, unwinnable matchup, man. Ridley can't do anything, man.
Really got
What
a
is he meant to
90-10
do?
matchup, bro. What is 90-10 matchup against Isabel? It's insane.
I'm
She's
really
so
excited
good.
for Inkling after playing it, and that I never thought I'd say because I don't like Inkling as a character, like in Splatoon or anything like that. But playing Inkling is so much fun in 1v1s.
That's a crazy thing too. Like you know, all these characters are cool and all, like, right, but like Inkling's in the game and that character fun as shit. Character's so
Yeah.
fun.
And I think that's the thing. Is I'm looking right now at the Smash website of the characters that were in Smash Wii U and 3DS, and the characters that have so far been revealed for Ultimate. And excluding DLC, I think if you take just the base newcomers within Wii U and 3DS, there are some bangers in there, right? In terms of just like totally out there, brand new, like Mega Man and Villager were obviously huge.
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Remember Pac-Man? We were
Little Mac was
we
also
were in your party bus.
The biggest one was Wii Fit Trainer, bro. I was going crazy.
Listen,
True.
But when you look at those characters, and then you compare them to the Smash Wii U, the Smash Ultimate characters, with like Inkling, Ridley, King K. Rool, Simon Belmont, it's just like every single one has been good. There is no Wii Fit Trainer. There is no
that's crazy. You hear that,
Robin.
Shofu?
There is no Me Fighter. It's all just like they're all bangers, every single one.
Yeah. Well, we could still get like Excite
I
Bike
mean,
or something.
Yeah, some of them are kind of like whatever. Like, I feel like Daisy's cool, but like
excluding the Echoes. I don't mean the Echoes.
No, well, I mean Echoes didn't exist. I just if you're gonna compare.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
You gotta compare them all. So it's, but God, I hope Isabel's broken. Jeez.
Who just said Excite Biker, by the way?
I did.
So there's a rumor that's on V right now that might be
Oh,
interesting
boy.
to read, because it mentions Excite Biker in it.
I
And it
really
says,
don't want Excite Biker in this game. I don't think it'd be a good character. Like,
That was
Moth
like
Rider
one of
could
the
also happen.
characters that was like supposedly Sakurai was working on for one of the other games and couldn't get him in. Was a Sight Bike.
I don't know how the hell they would play. That would be so weird.
Hey man, if
We do need a
Dante can
retro
attack
rep
with his
though,
bike,
Mm.
if Dante can attack with a bike in Devil May Cry 5,
Right.
we can
We're
we can
talking
make
about-
we can make an
Simon's
Excite
our
Bike
retro
or-
rep. We've got a retro rep. It's fine. We've got Simon, right?
Well,
So
this
he's not,
4chan thing, I'll read this right now just because
he's not a Nintendo retro rep, but he's still a retro rep.
This 4chan leak says the remaining newcomers are Incineroar, Rayman, Gino, Isaac, Shadow, who is not an Echo fighter. He's more of a semi-clone like Isabel, and Excite Biker.
Yikes.
And that the remaining Echoes are Ken, Felix as an Echo for Isaac, Dry Bowser as an Echo for Bowser, Black Shadow over Falcon, and Ninten for Ness.
Well, with Dry Bowser, we have to look at
I don't believe how-
Yarn Yoshi or Plush Yoshi or whatever, where that was a costume. And I think Dry Bowser could just be a costume, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's not because he's in the demo and you can cycle through all his costumes and it's not there.
No, it was in a recent
No,
press
yeah.
release.
Because like the thing is, Meta really wasn't in the demo either.
Yeah.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they added Plush Yoshi. It was shown in a recent press release thing that people could
Yeah, it was
download.
like an asset kit on the website.
Yeah, there's a bunch of new model or renders and stuff too.
And then I found the October 18th one I was talking about earlier, and apparently that like Smash Direct one. It says Smash Direct on October 18th at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Direct will have 3 characters. Here's the list. It says starts off with Link and Ganondorf fighting. All of a sudden, a divine beast stomps on Ganondorf. You see at the top. It says champions lend a hand and will work like Pokemon trainer.
What?
Okay.
Yeah,
It says
that's-
Sakurai
Yeah,
Club.
no, that's instantly not true. That is just instantly. They're not going to have Ganon beaten by being stepped on by a divine beast when it's all 4 divine beasts shooting lasers at him to stop him. Like,
And it says the new stage for the champions is Divine Beasts, which switches to the backs of all 4 of the Divine Beasts.
You mean like a
No.
shitty Pokefloats? Let's go.
They
Any-
already have a Breath of the Wild stage.
Any leak that is specific like this is immediately fake. No leak is ever
yeah.
this.
They're always fun to read, though. I love reading.
Yeah.
It
But
says,
like the
Pokemon-
ones that are true are always just things like, hey, Ridley's in Smash, and that's it.
It says, next, we have an Echo being announced, but it has not been picked yet. It says, my guess is it Shadow, Ken, or Zack for Cloud.
Not picked yet. Okay.
All right.
Project plan finished in 2015. Not picked yet.
It says, next, one more stage being revealed. It's titled History, and will transfer between stages from all different Smash games, but in those graphics. All right. We'll then
No.
talk about Amiibo. There
This
are
is
3 Amiibo
this
for
is
Wave
some
1.
kid's fan dream. Like, this is
Oh,
some kid.
Oh,
wishing
definitely.
for these
This
This
is-
kid definitely made all this up.
I love.
He's in
like,
his
this
he's
is
in his
probably
bedroom
some.
going like, I'm gonna be in the new Smash because Sakurai loves me and my dad works for Nintendo. All right, so they're putting me in as a playable character.
This is like
Little
so.
Peppy, he about to be nice.
This person's probably posted this anonymously, right?
Yeah, I don't think Purebred Doge wanted anybody to know that she wrote this. I don't think so.
Oh no, this one actually wasn't anonymous. There's a name. There's a user.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, it says
That's-
Zachary Blend. All right.
That's-
Zachary
that's
Blend
even
also
worse.
says there will be a new mode called Assist Trophy Attack, not the green mode. Works like Trophy Rush, but has assist trophies instead. It says the only way to unlock every fighter all at once is if you kill 50 assist trophies on hard mode. That just seems like the Sonic in Melee thing from EGM.
Do these people not? Do these people not care about their dignity?
That's
No.
the Mega Man and Brawl.
What do they gain from doing
Oh,
this?
No, so
I
like
think
I've got a little bit of
What
respect,
is
right, for
this?
people who make
It's a-
believable fake leaks.
I
Like
don't.
Artsy Omni got mad respect for Artsy Omni with that fake. That was class, right?
Oh yeah.
Like that was a good job, well done. But people who write this literally unbelievable stuff, where if your IQ is above 21, if you can breathe unassisted, you know it's not true. Then like, what's the point?
The
Hold on, let me. I didn't even get to finish. We're on the last one right
There's
now.
plenty of people that will believe it.
Brace yourselves, man. It says, last, he will say thank you for watching, but we have one more fighter. Please take a look.
Oh, this part's
Tess
the
and
best.
Lucan are being attacked by Bowser Jr. And then a PK fire hits him. He falls down and appears on the mountain. It is Ninten. Ninten brings the fire. He is not
Ninten
an
as the
Echo Fighter.
fucking
as the stinger.
as the final like okay.
End of the trailer. Tess and Lucan stand in a row, staring at Bowser's shadow beaming from under the cave. Then one of the Echo Fighters, the champions, and Ninten will be added. Okay.
Okay.
I'd
So
be
the
down for
champions from Breath of
Ninten,
the Wild
but
and Ninten.
not like that.
As a since we're talking about unlockables for a second, what is the percentage that amiibos unlock characters?
What do you
100.
mean?
Hasn't that been confirmed?
It's been confirmed.
Is that really? Is that confirmed?
Yeah.
Why would there be a chance? That sounds dumb.
No, he's saying percentage as if it's like
As it's, if it'll
true or
happen.
not. Yeah.
If it's true or not.
Oh, right. I thought you
No,
meant
not
like,
like-
you
not
tap
true to
your
how true
amiibo
you
and
think
it's
it
like
is.
there's a chance it
Yeah,
might not
like,
work.
Amiibos-
you have a Wario
amiibos
amiibo,
don't unlock
like,
characters.
50% chance to unlock Wario.
So they don't unlock.
But they don't, or they do unlock characters.
They do?
Yeah,
They do.
they do.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna
Hopefully the
tackle our
amiibos don't come
amiibo
in
day
waves
one.
then.
No, because you just buy a bunch of unused RFID tags, right?
Yeah.
And then you just somebody somewhere online will cycle through the IDs or find out what the IDs are for each of the characters, and then we'll just have one RFID tag that will like scan, reflash, scan, reflash, scan, reflash, scan, reflash, and then we'll have them all.
That's a
what
lot
I'm
of
gonna do.
work.
Tournament organizers will be happy.
I mean, that's less work than unlocking them all.
No,
by
I'm just
playing-
I'm just saying.
Yeah, tournament organizers will just have a keyring with an RFID chip for every character,
Right.
and they'll just go.
Nah, they're gonna have like a fucking suitcase like Seto Kaiba with every amiibo in it. Look at like
An RFID chip is like 10 pennies, right?
like, yo,
I just
An
hope the
amiibo is
amiibos
like-
for all the
Why
new
didn't you- why
characters
didn't
are
you just say
available
cents?
day one.
Right, because I'm British. I'm British, and we don't have cents. We have pence. Deal with it.
Pennies.
that boy about to. You know that one guy at your local that has every amiibo. He's about to be the most popular guy for about 3 weeks. He mains like Ganon. He's like, yeah.
Hey, do you think that my Monster Hunter amiibo will unlock the Monster Hunter then if it's a playable character? Like the Monster Hunter Stories amiibo?
So I actually do
Better.
think like the Isabelle amiibo from the Animal Crossing set, or like maybe the Metroid one probably won't, but Isabelle probably will.
Yeah,
if you have
the
an
Isabelle
amiibo from
will.
a different set, because they're like coded as that character, you'll probably be able to use them because you can use the amiibos of like Link from the Breath of the Wild set
Yeah.
or Mario from the regular Mario set,
Yeah.
and that does stuff for those characters. So I don't see why not.
Do we know
The
if
only thing
characters
is
like
that the Monster Hunter amiibo is like it's a different character from the hunter that would be in this game because it's the
Right, it's the
Stories
story.
character. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
would
use
we
the
get
stories
would we get
character.
K. Rool and Ridley and stuff? Do you think on release for the amiibo?
No, I think they're probably next year.
Because that would really it would suck if it wasn't the case.
I just can't imagine them like mass producing Richter amiibos. Like I'd buy one, but I don't think a lot of people will.
I think every character will have an amiibo.
Yeah.
They made so much
Well,
money
yeah,
off of
I just
amiibo.
mean like, will they come out the same time as
At
the
launch.
game?
Launch,
Same
yeah.
day, yeah. No, yeah, I'm
But
sure
you know
everybody.
there were like 30 Monster Hunter amiibos, right? Like they made literally 30 Monster Hunter amiibos.
What? How do I?
Yeah,
have
there's Rathian and Cheval. There's the one-eyed Rathalos with the male rider. There's the Rathalos with the female rider. The Kurapeko with Dan. There's the Barioth with Hyoga on it. There's three different feline ones.
Yeah, these are cool.
There are so many Monster Hunter amiibos, bro. There's just so many. Like 30 is an over-exaggeration, obviously, but I think there's like 8 or 9 at least.
The Kirapeka one's cool.
Yeah, well, Carapaco's is a baller. Yeah, everybody knows that.
Oh, I like this. Cool.
Oh, screw the Kurapeko.
Put respect on that bird's name, man. Come on, man. Aren't you a Falco, man?
I hate that monster with every fiber of my being.
Why?
Because he calls Devil Joe. for no reason.
Yeah, he does. Like you're beating his ass, and then he's like, "Hey, Devil Joe, come here." And Devil Joe comes and then beats your ass.
Oh,
I
this is the
think-
problem.
Does that cover
Tactician.
everything for this week's episode? We could wrap this up.
Yeah.
Been going for a long time. This was good though. This was fun. Good energy, you guys. Good energy. Where can people find us? Let's just go in Discord order as usual.
You know, we've had this conversation.
And I'm gonna do it anyway. That's how it works.
Okay.
Why? Like,
Don't you want to plug yourself? Go ahead and plug.
all right, you can find me at twitch.tv/Duncan Knee Deep. Nothing else matters. YouTube doesn't make money, and Twitch, they don't pay me, so we're good.
You can find me on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, McDareth. Also find me on Dragalia Lost. Drop them codes. Okay.
Japan times cool.
Wait. So don't say Japan Time. Mike. So don't say Japan Time. I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
Oh.
What about the website? Roger?
I'm not answering
This
you.
was a bad idea, Roger. This was a bad idea, Roger.
All right, we're gonna end the show. Night, everybody.
Oh, okay. Hey, check out my drawings.
Hey, where they at, man?
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm doing
Put 'em
a
on the
Mario
screen
Party
right
shit
now.
again. Come through.
We
You got
here,
drawings
man.
now?
Hell yeah, boy.
Ooh, okay.
Is that
On the right
Charizard, bro?
Yeah, that's my squad.
The one on the right look
I'm
clean.
smoking that dope.
Charizard actually looks clean as fuck.
Okay, look at Squirtle though. I'd kick that kid in his fucking neck.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Leave
Squirtle
him
looks like he
alone.
gets,
Huh?
Squirtle
Okay,
looks like he gets bullied
okay,
at school.
that
I'm
kid-
sorry.
that's
what I'm
Squirtle gets
saying.
to school, he's getting bullied.
Nah, that guy's dad works for Nintendo. You look at him. You know
That's
he
little
reminds the
Timmy.
teacher. That's actually little Timmy.
That's little Timmy. Hold on, we got the Pokemon.
He's just
belt.
having a good day at
Bro,
school. He's
you-
just ready
Wait,
to
Hold on,
go
he
to
got,
school.
he got a
Leave him
chopper in his
alone.
fucking waistband, bro.
Whoa,
Hold on.
yeah, why does he have a chopper?
Why-
You are not allowed to bring. You're not allowed to bring these things to school. Like, how much fun does his dad have?
Yeah, but how are you gonna stop him?
He said
How you
bullies
gonna
aren't
fight?
bulletproof, bro.
My boy definitely just has a water
He said
pistol. Calm
bullies are
down.
not bulletproof, man.
We're going hard in the paint for no reason. Like, what's going on? You're gonna run up.
Fucking yapper on his fucking waistband.
That boy said, I got guns.
I got guns.
Okay.
Don't do this.
What you mean?
Fuck with me, I'll beat you blue and purple.
Okay.
Oh, no.
All right, here we go. I know
I'll
where this
pull
is going.
out
Let's
the
go.
gun,
Okay, then what?
wet you up, like my
Like
name
what?
was Squirtle.
Oh, we're doing
All
this
right,
now.
look. I got
Yeah, it
guns.
looks like we're doing
Uh-huh.
this now.
I got so many guns.
He got firearms.
Ivysaur.
Hey, hold on, you got something there. Hold on, bullet seed, Ivysaur, guns. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? You see, you connected the dots.
Okay.
I didn't even just say it because you knew what I was saying. You know what I'm saying, bro?
I got guns.
Okay.
I poke you in your eye. I bet your eye be sore.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
Pull out the chopper. I'm spitting bullet seeds.
Bullets. Like
That's
what?
an Ivysaur.